Okay, since my Elite Beat Hero deck has taken yet another facelift, it's obviously time for me to update the bloody thing already. Kind of annoys me every time I update a deck and then I give it a bit of a facelift and then I got to update it a few days later, but yeah. Going to do that, and I'm also going to update basically how my main decks are going to be utilised and built for the future. But for now, I'm just going to focus on the heroes. Monster count has been dropped to 8 because I've got the aliases. I have Stratos for the searching, the Bubble Man, Captain Gold, always handy, and then the Thrasher and the Sentinel. I dropped Voltic and Honest because they didn't seem to be helping me that much. The thing that hurts Voltic is that it's actually a Thunder type, not a Warrior type, so that makes... So it's basically less... So basically, if I just open up with a Rotor, then I can't... Like, if I'm in that situation, I can't search Voltic out, which kind of sucks, and I've noticed that I haven't been getting much use out of it or Honest at all, so that's why I've taken those two out and I've dropped my monster count to 8, because I think that this setup here is going to help me out a fair bit. I have double duality, E-Core and the Rotor, standard searching engine. Skyscraper always there, is always handy. Triple Miracle Fusion, double Super Poly, Gemini Sparks at 3, double MST, Storm, Dark Hole Reborn. So yeah, pretty much spells have not been changed. Traps have had a major facelift. I've got double Hero Blast, and I have this is a Mirror Gate. Reason I run a Mirror Gate is because of a ruling change that this thing received somewhat recently. Basically, because of the wording on the Legendary Collection reprint of this, it says that control of... Well, actually, I should explain what this thing does if you don't know. It activates only when an opponent's monster declares an attack targeting a face-up elemental hero monster you control. They both do it. They do a creature swap, pretty much. And then the battle then resumes normally. And then... Yeah, then the damage calculation goes through. Control of those monsters switches back during the end phase of the turn. Now, since it's been worded in the recent reprint that control of both monsters switches back during the end phase, a ruling has been issued on it that says if one or both of the monsters are not on the field by the time that this control reverting effect goes off, then it fizzles. So basically, if your opponent's packing, I don't know, a Grapher, he runs into your alias, play Mirror Gate, your alias dies, the opponent takes the damage, and then you get to keep the Grapher. That's basically how this works, and that's why I'm taking in one, because this thing is pretty damn awesome, and it's the only one I've got. I suppose it's pretty cool that it's an ulti, but whatever. Managed to fit in Compulsory. But as you can see, I've only got 1D prison. I've cited the second one because I decided that compulsory is an absolute necessity. Even if it's at 1. I wanted to fit the second one in, but I just couldn't. 2 Finish Chain. Breakthrough Skill, I did say I was in love with the bloody card in the last deck update video, but to be blatantly honest, I think Finish Chain is just that little bit more versatile because it stops the opponent from attacking, and that's one of the bonus things that you can have. I mean, yes, Breakthrough Skill has its perks. It's hella awesome, and I didn't drop it completely, but I think Finish Chain is just a better idea to main at this current moment. As for the rest of the stuff, it's standard double bottomless, torrential, and mirror. One of each of the Solemns and the Starlight Road. Extra deck has not changed at all. I have my Shinings. I have a Skiridao. I've got AZ, Nova Master, Great Tornado Gaia, Exceed's Blade Armor, Excalibur, Utopia, Cowboy, Shockmaster, Maestroke, Photon, and Stardust is there for the road. Now for the side deck. I've got Chimera Tech still there. I have Zombira the Dark. Now you're probably wondering what the hell this thing is doing in here. It actually works with... It actually has synergy with a couple of the other cards that I'm going to be showing off right near the end of the sideboard setup. basically, but this thing, there's no denying this thing's credibility as well. It's a 2-1 beat stick. It loses 200 attack every time it destroys an opponent's monster by battle, which kind of sucks. But it's 4. It's just kind of handy. It backs up Thrasher, and it can actually like attack alongside stuff like, you know, Bowman and Stratos and stuff like and whatnot. So it's always handy. And of course, I have other cards in the side that works with this thing. Double Thunder King, of course. Double Cyber Dragon, MST, the third one. Double Prohibition, double Smashing Ground. Once again, would like them to be Soul Takers because I once again had a very bad run-in with Gustos in which I played Smashing Ground and I kept hitting their tuners, not their big monsters. One breakthrough skill in the side, went with the ulti because it just kind of looked nicer. And now I have Eradicator Epidemic and Deck Devastation Virus. Now, basically, this was suggested to me in a comment in my in the last Elite Beat Hero update video. Basically, these things are actually really handy and really screw over a bunch of decks. Eradicator Epidemic was actually suggested to me, not Deck Dev. I decided to throw in Deck Dev because it's also pretty damn handy and it provides backup for Eradicator. Basically, siding this in against Prophecy is pretty damn troll, because you can just Super Poly into their Reaper or Destroyer, go into a Skiridow, and you're going to set this thing off. And that's going to shut their spellbooks down for 3 turns. It's going to hurt them a fair bit. And I decided to give this a shot because, why not? It's worth a shot. Got to find ways to shut Prophecy down. And then there's Deck Dev, which, I mean, Deck Dev screws over Bunny, Tour Guide, whole bunch of stuff. Like, this thing is just another brand of awesome. And then to finish it off, we have the second D Prison. So that's the entire Elite Beat Hero deck, fully updated. I will almost certainly be playing this at locals tomorrow. I am participating. I've already put my spot in and everything, so I will be playing. Tournament report will be up tomorrow and everything and whatnot, and this and that and the next thing. Now the next thing I have to show off is these 2 tins. No, it's not a tin opening video. It is an update, basically, as to how my main decks are going to be built and utilized from now on. I've pretty much stated this on my channel description, but I might as well just make it all official here. These 2 tins contain a whole bunch of hero and dragon cards, and basically what I do is if I get bored like, if I were to ever get bored with my Elite Beat Hero deck, I would take it apart, I would put the pieces into these tins. These contains all my monsters, these contains all my spells, traps, and extra deck stuff, and basically I would collect a bunch of the stuff and build some kind of new hero deck. With the cards that I have in here, I can build a straight solid elemental hero deck, I can build Rainbow Neos, I can even like I can even bring back my take on Dark Edition's old legendary hero deck if I wanted to. I have all the pieces in this tin and among the decks I have to do it, so it's kind of awesome like that. Basically, with this setup, I can build 2 decks that I can use as main decks, if you will. And the ones I currently have at the moment are the Elite Beat Hero deck, which I showed off, and in there, that there is my Chaos Dragons. That there's the Heretic deck I have, but it's not actually, like, this thing isn't complete yet because I've got parts of that in Chaos Dragons, because Chaos Dragons are another one of those decks that I'm probably going to run tomorrow. Like, basically, it comes down to this, that thing, and this orange box which contains my 6 Samurai deck. So I'm kind of wondering what the hell I want to run. But yeah, it's probably going to be Elite Beat Hero, because just stick with my old guns and that'll do the trick. So basically, I just have a whole shitload of stuff that I can use to make pretty much anything I want. I've got bits and bobs to make Hieratic Hero, like maybe like not so much like a Tefidad or anything like that, but basically just Hieratics with the whole Destiny Hero engine sort of thing like that. I can make Zero Dad. I think although now that I think about it, I think I would need just one more Kaius to actually make that Zero Dad genuinely competitive, because I don't think one Kaius is going to cut it for a Zero Dad deck. I can build pretty much any form of a whole bunch of hero decks, as I've said before. What else have I got? I have the pieces to rebuild my old Dino Rabbit deck in here. I can do that as well. I just have a whole bunch of options, and basically, if I build like a brand new deck with the stuff out of these tins, then I will certainly show it off, because there's no reason for me not to. I just basically wanted to make this all official, tell you this is how my main decks are going to be constructed. This is basically just my depository of cards that I'm going to put together to build random decks. Basically just random decks. And it also helps in my experiments to make some kind of hero dragon combo deck. I don't know. My mind works in weird ways, so I'm gonna go balls out and give it a shot. Why not? So obviously you've been looking at these two tins for like 5 freaking minutes, so I'm just going to stop this video here. Next video is going to be my update on this sumbitch, my Chaos Dragons. So yeah, see you for that.